go. Testing. Does that come
Hey,
through?
you're coming through clear.
Perfect.
You know what? I'll take clear any day. Right, I'll hit spectate and let everyone know that we are ready to go. As we are getting a few people in already, but whilst we're getting people in, I'm going to continue this conversation, just less heavy, but, you know, without names, people or anything. But are you like me, Effis, where some days you just really can't be bothered with some games? Like, even though you really like it, there's just some days where it's like, I am not in the mood to play this and I can't care about it today. You ever get like that?
Yeah, just like sometimes you just wanna, just like, I can't be bothered, I just wanna do something different.
Or nothing at all, like there are some days I don't even turn on my Xbox. Because I'm just like, fuck it, I want to sleep. But, as we are getting ready for qualifying to start, Jubert says, I'm racing until my invite comes. Best of luck, Jubert. It'll probably be when you're doing really well. And then you'll have to sacrifice it. So, best of luck to you, Jubie. But, without further ado, let's get into things straight away, shall we? So, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to FTC RTV. We are your gracious host. My name is Mr. Melgage, and with me for the rest of October, Spicy Dicey, whilst Haseo is fixing some technical issues, I will be joined by the one, the only, the toasty, and hopefully very buttery or syrupy, Mr. Belgian Waffle himself, Effish Jens. How are you doing, buddy? You doing well?
I'm doing good, thank you for once again having me on here, and yeah, let's get
It's
on, get
a
and get
pleasure
tidy.
as always.
Yeah, let's get,
Also, I'll take good any day of the week. But tell you what, do you know what's not so good, Effis?
that series is officially ending. This is the final rounds.
No, hopefully it goes out with a bang, but Mr. Alan Toast has already DNF from qualifying.
Oh.
So they will already be starting from the back if they manage to rejoin as well. So hopefully they do rejoin, because we like Mr. Toast here. Hey, and there he is in chat with his little love heart. We love you, Toast. We're sorry you disconnected, but hopefully you're in the race, because you're very, very much welcome here, Mr. Toast. How are you? You doing well?
Holy shit, Haseo is currently third. Haseo is currently third only qualifying.
I would not take that seriously at the moment, because
actually no, yeah, that is true. This is another smooth day for Belgian Waffle. It's only their pace lap.
hey, just think though, you're allowed to be smooth brain, because that's all the butter. Toast says my controller died and my internet decided to die too. Ooh, that's not good. The love hearts are very much welcome though, Toast. We love you. All the love hearts here from FTC. He says, doing good, how about you? Well, Toast, I had a boring ass day at work because no one picked up the phone. Found out I've got a little bit of commission coming my way though, so I'm happy at that. I'm with one of my closest friends in Efficienz doing commentary. And then I will have quite an open night just to be my weird, wonderful self when I'm not on stream. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Effis? How are you doing?
Again, doing good, and yeah, let's see if we can close the finale of the DBR9 series in style.
Now, currently Shrek is provisional pole after the first hot lap, because they just did a 1:17.1. There's no other way of putting it. That's really fast.
That's fast.
Like that's That's really, really fast.
And Epic is also pretty strong in their first open lap with just like, what is it, 0.4 seconds behind Shrek.
Although I am a bit worried because Crow is currently 10th, and if they don't improve, Sales in 7th, Infernus in 6th, Tonic in 5th so far. So as they are crossing the line, I expect to see names Flip, Dive, and Dodge.
Crow going third fastest, but not faster than Epic. So if all goes well, Epic will be starting alongside Shrek. That is a very strong qualifying result then.
Shot up to 5th. Juba only managing a 10th, that's not good. Epic in 2nd. And Crow goes all the way to 3rd.
Anyway,
cars are doing interesting things on my screen.
Let's quickly check the qualifying results so that we can see who's on pole. And I don't think it should be a surprise that Shrek will start on pole. We already sort of expect
It's not a surprise there. But Epic is in 2nd and Crow in 3rd. The only drivers to go under... Actually, no, Heiko as well. Just in 4th. By 0.02 of a second behind Crow. Oh, he's going to be furious.
So the top 4, that's going to be a very close battle to watch out for on track. Then we got...
Only people, my co-host does a 120.5, so expect to see him lapped.
P5.
Tonic actually doing quite well.
P5 is for Sainty, I believe.
Yeah, Sainty at a 118.3, so Sainty again. Now, things get interesting because Emerald and Extreme, fast lap times and very close to one another, but not anywhere close to being a clean lap.
Yeah, they will have to, they have their work cut out for themselves in the first race, needing to overtake quite a lot of people, to be honest. So who knows how that will play out.
Got Toast in chat saying, esports ready with the glitching cars. Yeah, it is full on esports ready.
But still, race 1, this is a quick brief rundown of race 1, so it's a 30-lap race around the full layout of the beautiful Road Atlanta all the way in Georgia, on the east coast of America. There will be one mandatory pit stop, and there will be, as introduced since the last round, since the previous rounds of the DB9 series, there will be a 0.5 second delay start to the rows to minimize any potential of chaos after the incidence of Sebring.
So as the cars are glitching through the floor and having an absolute fit, we are getting ready to go as people are readying up, spectating up, and I've got my little waffle to keep me company for the next 2 hours.
Yep.
Gotta love Effers. Toast says, I hate Xbox, I swear to God. It's not just Xbox, it's also the game too. It has issues, even though I well, say quite a few things. Toast says share. He says, I would love a waffle right now. Effis, toasted. Oh my God, a waffle on toast.
That's cursed.
It's not cursed.
No, that's cursed. That's cursed. It's cursed. I cannot be convinced otherwise.
Toast says my controller's on and it's not doing anything. Toast, that is a syncing issue. If you repair your controller to your console manually, you should not have an issue. They've had that issue since the latest update of Xbox, not the game.
Currently,
Mind you, Epis, have you been having any controller issues?
honestly, my controller has been. My current controller has been doing fine ever since I had to replace my old one after 6 years of service. So,
Do you want a piece of advice from me and a close friend of ours, Mr. Savvy Snail?
by all means.
Don't buy an Elite Series 2.
No, I'm never. I'm not even gonna bother. I just want a
Do
controller.
you know why?
Because it's over
It's a
expensive.
fantastic. No. It's a fantastic piece of hardware and perfectly worth the price. There's just one issue.
With chips.
It has got less build quality than a Lancia Beta Coupe.
Ugh.
Yeah, it is. It has crap build quality, and no word of a lie, right? Right. No word of a lie. You know the base controller that you get with the console?
Yes.
That has tumbled downstairs, been thrown at walls in rage, and had everything abused to it. It is still functioning perfectly, right?
Okay.
My Elite Series 2 took a 2-foot tumble off my desk onto my carpeted floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it shattered about 70% of the plastic shell in one fall.
Ugh.
Another friend of mine, they've had it for 2 months. Their left bumper is completely broken, and they are a Forza addict, so they can't use clutch. Savvy's, his buttons are completely gone.
This is why I just stick with regular controllers, because a basic controller is all you need to really play the game. Fancy tech only is good if it works. Pretty much the same with Hot Wheels Unleashed since last week. It's a fun game, but only if it works.
Right, well, Evis, I do. I know this is going to come at a bad time, but I have to quickly take a bathroom break. I'll be back in a minute.
That's fine.
So if you could like inform anyone in the race, Sainty, tell people I will be back in a minute, okay?
Now they're probably going to start without Val Metal here, so unless Metal doesn't return in 60 seconds, it will be me calling the green. Let's see if there's any interesting questioni in el chat. Apologizing for that rubbish display of Spanish, I suppose. So chat, if you have any, like questions or whatever related with, by all means, just ask them. Never mind, the race is gonna start, so, oh boy. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your fuckles, because we're about to get down, dirty, fast, and loud. 2 more races to go in the DBD9 series. 13 drivers to decide who will finish where. Ladies and gentlemen, this is race 1.
I like it how they start like this. Oh, you bastards.
Told you. I told you they would do it like that. Anyway, Metal, take it away, buddy.
How can I? I can't see them start.
Oh, well, then it's down to me.
Yes, it is down to you. It's quickly about to become a radio show.
And green they go at Road Atlanta for race 1. Strong start
I
from
hate
Shrek
you,
here.
Epis. You can't even use the proper fucking... Oh,
It's clear by
Epis,
for
you
the
can't
first
even...
turn, almost conflict between Crow and Heiko. Crow dropping back. There's a little bit of spinning from... Yep, that's, I believe that's
bye,
Sainty.
Sainty!
Sainty already out
Sainty
and down.
absolutely spinning. Woo!
And Tonic is already moving up. Place is already up to 5th. Very strong start from her, as I believe Epic and Crow are having a have to duking out. Crow being forced to lose traction a little bit. Epic
Haseo,
taking
please
P3.
do better. But currently, somehow, Tonic is in 5th.
Oh, and there
I
was
never
Extreme
thought
F1
I'd-
happening next to F1 Momento.
Oh, that... Oh, you had to mention F1, yeah.
No, it's just... I'm not gonna bother, let's just focus on the race.
Although, I have got some juicy information for you on F1 later in the race, as Epic goes off into the grass. Oh, and gets bumped by Aaron McGrath as well, losing many places as they drop down to 10th.
His qualifying performance is now all for naught. This is disastrous for Epic. From the 2nd position on the grid down to 11th.
I know Epic very well. What he will do now is he will go in round about maybe lap 6 or 7, and then he'll do the rest to try and do the undercut like he did in the JTC series.
Heads up with Tonic here because she's under high pressure from pretty much everyone behind her.
From Emerald, Infernus, Sainty. But this is what happens when, well, the slower side of racing holds up the faster.
But credit is due, she is keeping at least them at bay for a little bit. Meanwhile, we have Alan Toast and Aaron. Alan's overtaking after Aaron goes with 2 wheels into the grass. P4 for Alan.
Wait, hold on. Alan Toast is 4th?
Yes, Alan is 4th. You heard that right.
Go on, Toast! I believe in the Toast!
Meanwhile, Epic has already gained the place compared to his open lap problem, so he's currently in 10th, but don't count him out just yet.
Oh, Stupid's having
Oh, here comes Aaron around the outside of Alan into turn 1. And makes the move stick for now. Alan dropping back to P5. But Alan is looking for a second charge on the BAR liveried as the Martin DBD9 of Aaron.
Come on, Mr. Toast!
And meanwhile, at the back, who's that? That's Emerald and Tonic, I believe.
That is Emerald and Tonic, but I am more focused on Mr. Toast, who's putting Aaron through his money. Oh, Alan getting the
Tonic
tail
goes
out
a little bit in the grass. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Tonic goes a little bit in the grass and loses 2 positions while she's at it.
And that is only going to release faster drivers, which means Toast is about to become burnt toast.
Meanwhile, Sainty and Ju are going side by side on the back straight here. Here comes Sainty on the inside, and oh, nearly punts Epic up the track. Sainty's race is now highly compromised because of that very unfortunate lockup of the brakes. So he's not diving in the pits yet, but that's pretty much going back on the pack for him. And Epic even more problems for going into the grass of turn 1. Tonic and Infernus take advantage of that, but Epic is probably really cursing at this moment because his race is highly compromised, all due factors that he cannot control.
He got bumped twice, one by Crow, the other by Aaron, sent into the sticky grass of the Forza space. And currently that 10th place is reflecting it quite badly as well.
But I don't think Epic is really going to take peace with that, because we know that he's a fast driver in FTC racing, and he's already trying to make work of that and pass you, but he goes!
Yeah, he passed the Pride Aston with ease, now chasing down his ex-teammate of Tonic.
As
Jubert locking up a little bit on the brakes, whereas Epic does not. Epic is really going to push what Tonic is going to be possible of, and if she don't move, he's going to become very angry very quickly, as well sharp shock. Tonic is not as fast as Epic, so Epic will have to get past her quick. Otherwise, all she's going to do is hold him up and piss him off.
Meanwhile,
As Jubert spins!
Oh, dearie me, that's gonna be very annoying for Jubert, knowing that he normally wasn't gonna be in this race qualifying for Tora, but because he hasn't been invited yet for that lobby, he's currently just passing his time in the meantime with
Infernus
us.
and Tonic going wide. Epic splitting the teammates of Infernus and Tonic. Go on, Epic, my son.
Meanwhile, Aaron and Mr. Alan Toast are here scrapping it out for P4. Best of the rest. Not on the podium, though. Aaron currently holding out the advantage in P4 in his BAR liveried Esteban DBD9. Alan Toast looking for an opportunity going on the inside. Can he make it stick? It's a giant dive bomb. No, he may not, as Aaron closes the door, but he gets spun around. Alan giving him the position back.
Yeah, Alan, we love that sort of racing here at FTC. A gentleman racer, true and true. Alan, you've just earned my respect.
But will that move may have cost him P6, or rather P5, as Emerald is gaining fast.
I don't think so, because Toast is a fast little slice, and Aaron McGrath is, well, he's chasing the pub. So, Emerald, I believe, is safe in 6th. But, I don't know. There's been many surprises so far, apart from Shrek in 1st.
And Shrek is sort of running away with it, meaning, and with Heiko not really able to keep up, unfortunately. But, that doesn't matter as well.
Ephes there breaking up quite a lot. Whilst Ephes is regaining some of his internet, Toast, as Emerald goes into the grass there, you can see. But Toast trying to make a move on Aaron McGrath. Being a brave little slice. Will he try him on the braking zone? Yes, he will. He tries for a dive, just doesn't have the room and can't make a switch back because Aaron shut the door on him quicker than you could say, butter me up, daddy. Emerald has slipped back now from these two who are having quite a nice little jostle, as there's a couple of people, I believe, who have just gone in the pits, making the first pit stops of the race. Seo, Emerald being one of them, and Sainty being the other. So Emerald and Sainty doing the long
big collision in the chicane. I think Inverness just collected the extreme one as well. In fact, Seo was probably the one good tangled in there. So Infernus and Seo are gonna need to lick their wounds. Actually, no, it's Extreme Fall and Infernus, mind you. Little bit of confusion.
By the way, Hiseo and Infernus. But no, Hiseo has now got past Infernus, and that's going to make Dave exceedingly cross. Because, well, a commentator is faster than a photographer. Who knew? But I have just seen a move, and that means Crow is now up to 2nd place, as Heiko has gone into the pits, opting for that early strat as well. That means McGrath and Toast Boy are now battling it out for a podium position.
At least for now, because they still have to take both of their pits, or rather they both have to take one of their pit stops, which is a mandatory pit stop. So unless they...
FS, let me have my toast stream.
No, you will not have the toasts.
I want the toast stream!
No, you will not have the toasts.
Give me the goddamn toast stream!
No, Metal, no.
Yes,
you will not have the
toast!
toasts.
Making the move! Go on, Toast!
I think Toast really wants me to shut up at this point.
Toast just giving you the middle finger at this point. Like, fuck you, Waffle Boy. Toast is better. We have got a long-ass comment from XR Allen, so I'm going to get through this as quickly but as clearly as possible. He says, gentlemen, a short view back to the past 30 years ago, Nicky Lauda told us, take a train monkey, place him into the cockpit
of the car, and he's able to drive the car. 13 years later, Nico Rosberg, or was it Sebastian Vettel that said it?
Sebastian, and let me read the comment, you Belgian bitch.
I know the meme he's trying to say, god damn it.
Effis. Shh. So, continuing on before I was rudely interrupted by a salty waffle because a slice of toast is now superior. He said, I had to start my car like a computer. It's very complicated. And Nico Rosberg said he pressed during a race. I don't remember what race. The wrong button on the wheel. Question for you both. Is Formula 1 driving today too complicated with 20 and more buttons on the steering wheel? Are you under too much effort or under too much pressure? What are your wishes for the future concerning technical programs during the race? Less buttons, more or less, and more communication with your engineers. Simple EXO. I want to see cars that are not driven by Intel or AMD. I want to see cars driven by men and women, because we are inclusive here, right? I want to see cars driven by men and women where they're not told to pull over so that their teammate can win the championship. They're not told to save the car because it will save them an engine or money. They're not told to pull over and let another manufacturer win because it will help their partnership in the future. I want to see drivers drive balls to the wall every single race and not be pussies about it. And also, for the whinging to stop as well. You're an F1 driver. You're super privileged. You know, understand that fact and don't take it for granted. How's that for a summary, Effis? Does
yes.
that sound decent for you?
I suppose.
You know, I actually want to see F1 drivers, I don't know.
Big dive ball from Juber, not even slapping the rear bumper while he's at it. Juber really mounted the pressure on Tonic Eve, and Epic goes into fourth after Mr. Alonso goes into the pits. But here comes Jubert. Here comes Jubert, looking for an dive bomb inside, locked up from the brakes on Jubert. Tonic going for an overtake, not quite. Jubert just is too far ahead of her.
Jubert's gonna have the race in line. I'm sorry, Tonic, you aren't gonna overtake him. But no, Effis, would you add anything to that argument about F1 drivers? Oh, there actually is one last thing I would like to add.
Fair enough.
For F1 drivers, stop bringing outside politics. Names will be remained unnamed, and the politics or subjects, should I say, will remain nameless. However, I would like to see those subjects out of F1 and actually stick to the fucking racing. As Jubert goes into the grass and into the wall while driving in a straight line. Jubert, are you okay? Okay, well, whilst Jubert tries to find how to work his controller again, everyone is kinda spread out right now, apart from Tonic and Jubert.
Ooh,
So
I think
we'll
Jubert.
stick with these two. For
Yeah,
the
there was
time
Jubert on the
being.
inside of turn 1, and maybe not really forcing Tonic away, but that's again P4 for Jubert. And when I say that, that means he's going to slide once more. So, and Tonic failing to capitalize on that mistake as and first shoots into P7 after Epic is dropping all the way to 9th. But he's in the pits.
He is in the pit, so you got to think gain positions over lost time whilst fighting, because technically Juba and Tonic are losing quite a lot of time fighting one another.
Yeah, exactly. Just in battling and even making slight mistakes for the both of them.
What would if Juba or Tonic is listening to this right now? The wise thing to do would be to one of them for them to pit, break up the battle, and go into clean air. That's what would be better. But considering it is them, I really hope that neither of them pit and they just fight, because it gives us something to talk about.
And if you want to fight breaking out, perhaps Extreme F1 and Haseo might be giving that perhaps for you a little rather soon.
Oh, Tonic absolutely just blitzes my argument.
As Heiko goes into 5th now, but Tonic is in the pits, so we expect Tonic to drop.
Extreme F1 seems to be really struggling with their car today.
I suppose you could say that, but Haseo is trying to salvage whatever happened in his race and compromise it. So let's
go on, my bearded boy wonder.
Extreme F1 going rather wide into the chicane here, tying it up, holding down the line nicely and giving little leeway for Haseo to overtake him. But there goes Extreme F1 on the grass, as Haseo will take that position without too much problem. But big punt from Extreme F1 and Haseo goes into the wall. That didn't look all too clean.
That didn't look clean at all, and Haseo's going to be a little miffed at that, as Emerald is now being caught by Tonic. What universe are we in where Tonic is actually making moves on people? I'm not sure if I like this universe. Ephes, I'm scared.
Oh no! Anyway, last week we had this battle sort of not happening, and now Tonic is trying to at least catch up to Emerald, but that doesn't seem to be happening in the slightest, as he's losing distance and time to Emerald, even with the slipstream.
Well, I believe both of them have pitted now, so this is going to be a close fight most of the way to the end now, as we have just gone over halfway through race 1, and to say that it's going to be very interesting is an understatement, because I can see small pockets forming everywhere. I can see a fight happening between Infernus and Toast. Infernus, pull over for Sir Toast.
Wait, someone stopped on the start finish line. That's Extreme F1. I think he just gave the position back to Haseo.
I think they might have, yeah, to avoid a possible penalty. But look at this battle in sick between Infernus and Toast. Go on, Toast!
I'm looking at Tonic and Emerald because Tonic is actually she's actually making moves on Emeralds. Emerald has not got the speed of actual over the straight. Here comes Tonic. Tonic is actually overtaking Emerald. Or rather not, they're bumping and grinding Emerald back into
This is like watching James May max out a Veyron. It shouldn't be happening.
And Tonic has to take the backseat position as Emerald shoots into the gravel. Lock up on the brakes, and there's safety.
Sainty absolutely passing Emerald with ease. But now we've got Heiko being caught by Crow for 4th place.
Yes. Oh, and here comes Extreme F1. What is he doing?
I think there is some serious tuning issues with that car.
Either that or there's just something off with either his car or his controller. Whatever the case is, he's a bit dangerous on the track right now.
A little bit, yeah, but luckily no incidents and no problems.
At least for now.
Actually, Extreme F1 has stopped on track. No, they're not. They're just in the gravel trap.
And they're looking, and they might be having to block the way for the current car in the lead of this race. That's Shrek.
Oh, Jubit has DNF. That means he has got his invite from Tora. So, best of luck to Jubit. Now, Tonic is being caught up by Sainty.
Extreme F1 jumping out of the way, but I don't know what's going on with Extreme F1 today. And as he spins around or loses control of the grass once again.
Oh, that's not good.
And with that, he is going to hold up all the cars behind him, trying to either lap or overtake him. So right now, he's a very big problem, just sitting on the straight.
EXO, I am worried of that as well, but the only crumb of comfort I can give you is it is a very efficient engine of the Forza Tech, and I believe they'll just bump it down to 720p and instead of hinder performance. So my only advice to you, EXO, is just become excited. It's a new Horizon game. Become excited. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Meanwhile, Sainty is looking for a way past Tonic here on the back straight to the chicane. And here comes Sainty diving out of the slipstream and going on the inside. We're going side by side here to the chicane here at Road Atlanta. But Sainty not making a dive bomb.
I will leave you again momentarily, Ephes.
Sure thing.
I will keep on Tonic and Sainty. I'll be back shortly.
Yes, so here we have still eyes on Tonic, but at the moment he walks out, we have a battle for 10th and 11th. Haseo and Extreme F1, actually, should I really be saying that there's battle? Not really, because Extreme F1 seems to have a lot of problems. Meanwhile, we're going then back to Tonic and Sainty, as Epic and Aaron seem to be duking for P5. Well, I'm not really sure which battle we should cover. I'll suppose I'll go to P5 for a little bit. Aaron in the slipstream of Epic. Epic is currently 5th and making a very strong comeback from the start of the race when he was compromised. Aaron will need to get around Epic as soon as he can, because we're under 10, or rather at 10 laps to go in the first race of the finale of this series. Aaron seems to be dropping back a little bit, not a lot, but still losing touch with him. Then, looking for the battle between Tonic and Sainty. Tonic is holding up very nicely towards Sainty, who's, in terms of pace, much faster than her. So fair play to Tonic for now. Oh, very close to the wall there from Sainty, and just narrowly avoiding a quick visit to the pit box for new, well, parts, I suppose. I mean, we're running fuel and tires, so I suppose I shouldn't really say much. And here comes Sainty on the brakes, catching up to Tonic fast indeed. Question is, how long can Tonic keep this up? Because she might be breaking or reach a break point very, very soon indeed. Sainty going a bit wide there, not really ideal. He needs to be able to keep touch with Tonic. He knows he's faster than her, so can he make that move stick? He should be able to. And back on the straight they go to the chicane. Sainty isn't really, yeah, he's losing a little bit of distance from Tonic, not a lot, but still marginally losing distance even with the slipstream. And they have a slow car ahead, which most likely is Extreme F1, forming a bit of a hazard on the track. Sainty might be looking for a way to use that as an opportunity to get around Tonic. Doesn't seem to be closing up too much again. We're going for the final corner, and Sainty loses a little bit of control, but keeps it out of the time barrier, but just barely. As Extreme F1 is, oh, that was really in the nick of time getting out of the way, but Extreme F1 should be at the very least not attempting those things and should perhaps just retire from the race. Right now, he's a bit of a danger to everybody and could have spelled disaster for Tonic and Sainty their battle. We'll await race control their judgments.
What the hell have I just missed? I saw some tyre smoke and Tonic and Sainty diving out the way.
Yeah, Extreme F1 narrowly dodged an incoming Tonic and Sainty their battle, and Extreme F1 almost caught them.
That is not good. And can I just say, my boy Toast is fighting Epic for third, fighting Epic for fourth. Go Toast!
However, Mr. Shrek is closing in on them, so that battle could be split at least for a little bit. As I
My boy Toast
believe,
knows what he's doing.
Aseo is not really. Tonic is still keeping Sainty behind her. That's very impressive for Tonic, considering she's not usually fighting guys with that kind of pace.
She's certainly using all of her 9 racing lives here tonight.
But maybe your luck is about to run out very quick, as I believe Sainty. Yep, he's on the inside of Tonic, but bad exit from Sainty means he will have to slip behind her once again. Frustration must be creeping up for Sainty as he's being held up by the second ever so more.
Come on, Sainty!
Here we go
to
the chicane. Not a dive bomb from Sainty, unfortunately. He's slotting back behind her, but here, Tonic makes a bad line. Here comes Sainty, bad exit from Sainty, but gets the power down. Not fast enough, unfortunately.
Come on, Sainty! Sainty looking for that switchback, but just can't. His exits are always just that little bit less than what he needs. Sainty, if you were just a little bit smoother on that throttle, my dude, you would have her. You would have her. Sainty can smell 7th.
He knows he's faster than her.
Wow, Ephes, that was savage. That was truly savage.
Yeah, Sainty is just not getting close enough to Tonic just for a reasonable attempt at an overtake. He's winning on a mistake, maybe now.
Come on, Sainty! Sainty, you should be fast. You should be good. Be easy on the throttle.
I think we have the DNF, and I think it's Extreme F1 if my calculations are right.
If not, I'd like to.
Yes, it is Extreme F1.
Yes.
Oh, here comes from the dive from a bit of a distance as well on the inside of Tonic here. Tonic going for the switchback, but there goes Sainty around the outside. And
come on, Sainty!
For now. Here comes Tonic on the inside once more and takes position back.
Oh, she clipped the grass,
that's not good from Sainty. Lost control and has to do the work
he
all
didn't
over
lose
again.
Control, Ephes. He didn't lose control. Tonic cut back in with her wide ass of a car and blocked his view.
Still, he has to do the work all over again, but it's right underneath that rear reverse again. However, time is running out.
Come on, Sainty, my boy.
As we dive to the double apex hairpin here at Road Atlanta, Tonic is looking for a defensive line here. Sainty creeping ever so more closely.
Sainty's doing everything he can, and well, if it weren't for his throttle control, you know, he would easily be past her now. I don't know what's up. Come on, Sainty, do the dive, do the dive. Oh, you haven't got the room, man. Do the switchback.
Meanwhile, there's a battle for second between Crow and Hike. Crow is sort of catching up to your friend Heiko here, but it's not exactly a whole battle just yet. Let's see if that changes at the chicane. A bit of a late brake maneuver from Crow, a little bit of a tap on the rear
Oh,
bumper.
Sainty goes off in turn 1. Heartbreak for the sainted boy as he loses all his distance to Tonic.
Meanwhile, Jose was getting lapped by Heiko and soon to be Crow as well.
Now, this is a bit of an interesting battle as Heiko is doing his best to run away from Crow, who is slowly catching.
Still, with 4 laps to go, everything is possible, but Heiko is definitely keeping it nice, clean, and tidy, which is something very beneficial for the late phase of this very race.
Meanwhile, Crow is using every inch of the track provided.
Let's keep an eye on that battle for a little bit as we have Epic and Alan still fighting, and Alan is definitely on hot pursuit for Mr. Epic here. Alan still not sees a way to get Mr. Epic here, but that might change rather soon as we go up the back straight here towards the chicane at Rolanta. Alan losing a little bit of distance towards Epic here, but cannot make the chicane. Oh, that's a big gain from Al on the brakes, but now needs to keep it clean, nice and tight through the next few turns so they can keep touch with Epic here. Let's see if that happens, and he does so nicely indeed. Considering Epic was at one point early in the race, all the way down in last place.
He's done very well to recover. I'm very impressed.
But now he needs to fend off one more threat for this race in just the final 3 laps. And that's one very angry slice of bread behind him. Oh, here comes Alan. He's out of the slipstream, but I don't think he has enough power down just yet to catch up to Epic. No, back in the slipstream he goes.
Come on, Toast Boy!
Oh, no. Too early and too late on the brakes, I suppose. Well, his time is running out. He only has 2 more laps to catch up to Epic and pass him. Well, he'll need to do it fast, or he will be starting from that position. Although that's, 5th is still a very decent position to start from in the second race.
Toast, please do well.
Through the section they go, and Alan is still hooking very close to the rear bumper of Epic. Maybe compromised Epic and exit for Epic here, as Alan is looking for a dive bomb, and here he goes!
Come on, Alan!
Doesn't make it stick and goes all the way back to his starting position. His time is running out as the race leader Shrek is currently on the final lap of the race. Alan has a lot of ground to catch up over the next few 4 kilometers of this racetrack here in the east coast of the United States of America.
To say Epic has got 4th place on lock, but come on, Toast, doing everything they possibly could to compete, especially with Epic.
That is most definitely impressive indeed. Maybe all the great exit from Epic here. Here comes Alan on the inside. Here he comes. Oh, looking dead at best. Here he comes on the inside.
Come on, Toast!
No, he has to back out. Epic goes in the grass.
Come on, Toast! Be brave!
Epic is certainly feeling the pressure here, but it's not over yet. He needs to keep it clean.
Toast, please.
Meanwhile, our race leader Shrek is crossing the start-finish line right now to take victory in race 1 of the final run. Here comes Al. Al is on the inside of the second corner of the hairpin here. Back on the straight, force the glue together.
Oh!
And Epic just drives off. Unfortunate for Alan's hopes. That battle was going to be insane down the line. That's rather unfortunate. Meanwhile, Crow and Heiko round off the podium in P2 and P3 respectively. And here comes then Epic to finish P4. Oh, what could have been, to be honest. We were robbed. That's all I can say. We were robbed. And in fact, they might be even lucky. Alan might even be lucky that he held on to P5 because Aaron McGrath was catching up really quick to him, even with that mistake.
Yeah. Oh, poor Toast.
All I can say is
though, he did fantastic.
Absolutely, that to be on pace with Epic is an achievement in its own. Currently just waiting a couple of more drivers to finish this race, or if the timer runs out sooner, one of the two will need to be met in first place. I think Jose was going to be finishing now, and that's the end of the race. So race 1 is finished. Oh? So this is legit. So if, okay, a little bit of Formula 1 news right now.
Go on.
If this is true, I'm not 100% sure myself, but if it is true, in line of the recent rumors, is now confirmed that Michael Andretti of Andretti Motorsports over in America, so a big name and a big family, has officially made an offer to Sauber for a majority stake in the team. So Andretti may be indeed looking to get back to Formula 1.
If they do, that will piss off a lot of people.
Well, they don't really have a lot of choice because we all know what currently is going on with the only American team in Formula 1 being Haas, although should we really say it's an American team at this moment? I just hope Mick gets out of there as soon as he can. I really hope. But speaking of F1, you were saying, like with Alan's question, with like you did your take, I couldn't do my take because of all the action going on. More diversity in Formula 1 would be absolutely brilliant. Both men and women alike. And if people are saying like, oh, females just can't drive fast, that's bullshit. I'm an advocate for true gender equality, and I always say, female or male, it doesn't determine your pace. Gender means nothing in motorsport. It's the driver is identified by themselves, not by gender. I'm gonna take an example here. I'm really gonna take an example here. You're probably gonna laugh at me for who I'm taking here, but Sophia. In DTM, she was often criticized for, and while I agree she was slow in DTM, it doesn't really mean much. First of all, it was her first time in GT3 cars. Second of all, it was her first year in DTM. Third of all, she's only 20-ish years of age, so she's still very young, and experience, especially with that time she lost with that horrific crash in Macau in Formula 3. People are saying that I'm a bit of well, you know, the S word, which I unfortunately cannot say here on Twitch. But that doesn't matter. I'm defending her as a racing driver, not as a girl, as a racing driver. And if people still criticize her, that doesn't matter because she's doing very, very good women's lineup in WBC. So if people are going to say,
however,
okay, please make it
However.
serious, Metal, because this is something I'm really like. This is seriously talking.
Right. When it comes to racing drivers, the biggest stigma that, well, female drivers have is, I don't know, the whining part, because you've had female drivers in the past where they've moaned saying, oh, you've not accepted me because I'm a woman, so on and so forth, and my answer to that is no. You weren't accepted because you're not fast enough. A team is going to hire the fastest / most consistent driver.
Or the one with the most potential.
Not someone just so they get brownie points with the equality team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. With a lot of people saying, like, why is there not a girl or, like, a woman in Formula 1? Maybe a little bit contradicting to what I said before is that we currently don't have a girl or female driver that is currently up to Formula 1 standards, so to say. Doesn't mean there won't ever be one. I'm very sure we'll someday have a female in Formula 1. We just need to have someone that is, you know, fast enough. But that doesn't mean there isn't a fast girl out there. There have been plenty of female drivers that were very fast in the past. Sabine Schmitz, Danica Patrick. Who else was there? Michelle Mouton, of course.
People just need to realise that it isn't anything about sex or anything like that. It's just about pure raw talent. You know, if more men have more raw talent, fine. Who cares?
Talent isn't decided by gender.
No, it's decided by pure out-and-out pace. And I'm sorry to sound cruel, but if there's no women that can match the pace needed for F1, then I'm sorry, you ain't gonna see women in F1.
It doesn't mean a girl is a slow driver, and a lot of people, or, you know, like, extreme loyalists, I would say, they might be taking that out of context, but I'm not saying that, but that's not what we're saying. And if people are saying, like, oh, you're defending a girl, you must be falling in love with her, that's bullshit!
No, it's called talent, and if you can't accept that, well, there's no point.
So,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. So to bring that back to my previous example, am I saying Sophia is the greatest driver of them all, or is the greatest talent out there? No.
No.
But is she bad? Absolutely not. And frankly,
she's just another good talent.
She's still young. She has time to grow. Sure, she wasn't.
And I think Epic sums it up best.
Let's hear it.
Saying, it doesn't matter what you look like, as long as you do the job, no one cares.
I highly agree. And
we've also got Blue Viley in the chat. Not seen you for a while. How are you doing, Viley? You doing well?
But no, that's my view on, you know, that's gender equality and no girls. And you know what's actually a bit unfortunate is, like, I've always sometimes thought, like, why don't we see a lot more girls in motorsports? Or, like, just cars or girls involved with automotive stuff. Like, that's even a bit of a rarity in its own. Is it because of the stereotype that's behind the, you know, cars? Like, it's a men thing or whatever?
Stereotypes, no. But I do have another reason behind it.
By all means.
you look at female, like any female in any sort of position, whether it be a CEO or a musician or anything like that. If they're hyper successful, right? They earn a lot of money or they're very good at what they do. Guaranteed they do not have children. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem that, well, a female driver will face is, does she choose career or family? Because a man starting a family in F1, that's fine. He can, like, just, you know, in really blunt terms, he can plant his seed and move along. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But if a female driver gets pregnant in motorsport, that suddenly means she can't race anymore.
That
Because
is
it's
true.
too much of a danger.
No, I think that's good for you. Yeah.
Because you think about it, F, right? Some of the crashes in F1 take place at, what, 150 miles an hour plus? I hate to sound dark here, but that is enough of an impact force to cause a miscarriage.
No, that. I think that what you're saying is a very valid theory, to be
So,
honest.
another reason, unless they find someone who is solely career driven, like not wanting a family, not wanting anything apart to win,
Mm-hmm.
then that's one point. But 9 times out of 10, a woman's gonna be like a man, settle down, start a family. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Unlike a gentleman, though, so like when Sebastian was starting a family or Kimi.
When he was coming out of free
Yeah.
practice, in his words.
Exactly. Right? You gotta think, right? Yeah, their wives were pregnant, but, you know, it didn't affect the child. If a woman gets in a car, especially with that sort of power, and has an accident, there's a risk she could lose that child. And do you really want to be the team who killed a child?
Well,
You know what I mean?
We'll have that burden or like that shadow casted over them. I think the better
You know
term
what I
is.
mean,
Yeah,
though?
no, I do.
So
I know
I
what you
think
mean.
that's another reason why, you know, I think that's another reason why women aren't mainly seen in extreme, like, performance motorsports such as Formula One, because if they get pregnant, I hate to say it, but, you know, F is right. Let's say I'm a girl and you're my racing boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I get pregnant, right, that is in no uncertain of term, that is a whole racing series gone.
That's
where
pretty
I
much an
can't
entire
race.
season.
Because you don't just have, like, getting pregnant and having the birth, you also have recovery, maternity, you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it isn't like a, oh, I've given birth, I'll hop straight back in the car. It ain't like that.
Yeah. That's an absolutely fair point to make.
Even though Epic's just come in chat saying that should be the next racing series, Formula Pregnant.
Oh, and Epic immediately. Well.
But you know what I mean, though, F.
Yeah, no, that's an absolutely
Like,
fair
that is
point.
that is a reason why you've got to, like, for example, right? Sophia, right?
Mhm.
This isn't a dig. It's just a perfect thing.
You don't have
I
the
know.
opportunity.
I will. So, say she gets pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That is a whole racing series where she won't be able to compete because you don't want to be the team boss that forces a pregnant woman to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
So you've then got to be thinking, shit, I need a replacement.
Yeah, no. But I do get your point. But
Yeah.
I will say one more final thought on this matter. But Metal Buddy, down to you. One more time for the series. Take us on our way.
Hopefully, for the final time, here we go. Lights out, away we go here at Road Atlanta for the final race in the DBR9 GT Spec Series. I fucked that up royally, but Haseo leading off the pack to what should be, and hopefully will be, the final race of this series. He's already leading a very angry looking pack of cars, but Haseo actually gets away quite very nicely, if I do say so myself. Not getting caught up by anyone, not getting caught out by anyone, and in fairness didn't ram him up the bottom. So I would say that's a win-win for Haseo right now, because he's looking at over half a lap and not being challenged. So the question is, will he be able to
here
go
comes
full lap?
Alato's on the inside. Epic sort of punting him a little bit around, but Tonic still seems to hold her ground. She's gonna be bunching up a lot of people behind her, eagerly awaiting for an overtake, and I think Alan is gonna make quick work of that.
Alan, I want you to slay the queen. Come on, Toast!
Down the inside, almost collecting Saint as well. Here goes Sonic over the grass, and well, the damage is already
Sonic
done.
absolutely bins it.
The damage was already done, and we didn't even need a whole lap. So that's Sonic's race compromised.
Well, Sonic, it was nice watching you while you were not
Oh,
lost.
here's Phoenix on the inside, and here goes Saint Aaron, I believe, going around and collecting Emerald a little bit as well.
I'm currently watching Shrek carving through the pack, trying to get past Epic, but Epic not creating any space at all.
Oh, someone goes off the track, and that was Infernus. So he already has a compromised race as well. It's a scramble only in the midfield, as we have 5 cars, maybe even 6 or 7, scrabbling out for the final podium position. Here comes Trick around the outside on Alan, Toast, all the way on the back straight.
7 cars. 7 cars in this group as Shrek goes past Toast.
Here comes Heiko as well on the inside, looking to keep up with Shrek for a little bit of time here.
Heiko forcing Toast wide.
Oh, free wide for the
Nothing he can
chicane
do.
here, Crow, LP, TVR, and Alan Toast. But Alan holds down the line, and here comes TVR on the inside, taking the position away from him. P6 for TVR. Phoenix and Crow looking for an opportunity as well.
Meanwhile, Shrek is being held up by Epic, which is allowing Heiko to catch up to Shrek. He's being sandwiched.
Oh, Phoenix and Crow going off with each other in turn 1. They have both bottled the race for pretty much a long time now. Alan is in the clear for a little bit.
Oh. Going back to Shrek and Epic. Epic is not moving one iota for the man. And he knows it as well. He knows he's holding him up. But he's going to try and keep that third as long as possible, because Epic is a very, very quick driver too. And he wants that shot at a possible victory. But Shrek nudging ever so slightly down the inside.
And I think Heiko is going to try to get around Shrek as well. Here he still is behind him in the slipstream.
Heiko's certainly having a cheeky little look, isn't he?
Let's see if he does something at the chicane. Diving out of the slipstream he comes, but tucks right back behind him.
No, he can't.
Epic must be already feeling the sweat and the cold breath of Shrek behind him. Better exit from Shrek. Here he comes on the inside. Epic has to make a little room for him. Down the inside comes Shrek and takes the position from Epic. So Shrek now only has 2 more cars in front of him, and back in the lead of a race here at Atlanta. Sainty and Haseo better get a move on.
They really better get a move on, because they're about to be in a world of trouble as here comes Shrek.
Gets sort of, I wouldn't say switched off, but more, I guess, spooked off, as Epic was on the inside of LMP TVR there.
TVR gets past, but Shrek now on the charge past Haseo. There's nothing he can do. He led for 3.5 laps, but it's now ripped away from him with the ferocity and cruelty of a nurse removing a band-aid
and Epic
from
trying to
your
almost spin around
manberries.
Heiko. And it's now under pressure from LMP2VR. He goes on the inside. And here we go into turn 1. LMP2VR calmly takes a position away from Haseo.
Poor Haseo, he's now slowly slipping down that slippery slope of positions. And now Heiko is looking to make mincemeat of the Norwegian, as he is doing so with ease around the inside, and Epic looking to be cheeky and capitalise on Heiko's hard work. He does.
But Epic is also looking ready for double whammy. Not quite. It will happen.
Oh, and there goes Toast, making it a triple overtaking Haseo in one straight.
Haseo must be kicking himself right now, but Epic is back with an old friend from race 1 here. Alan Toast keeping up with Epic for now. We know that he can fight. We know that he can be faster than him. Alan, mate, get back what you lost in that first race.
Come on, Toast.
Quickly dropping back down in the field for P11. Here comes Phoenix on the inside of Mr. Emerald. But Phoenix has a compromised exit, and Emerald will gladly take notice of that and take the position away from Phoenix.
Woo-hoo-hoo. And do you want to know what's good about this last race, Mr. Airfist?
What's so good about this last race, Mr. Metal Gauge?
If you notice, it is only 19 laps, which means no pit stops.
Exactly, it's gonna be a high.
As Epic goes very wide.
Even TPR also overtaking Stacey for P2. Unfortunately, we did not capture that. We just noticed it on the ticker. And now Sainty and Heiko going side by side on the back straight into the chicane here. Heiko currently in the lead, but we know Sainty might be looking for a dive bomb, although at that range it may not happen. We've seen crazier dive bombs, but not one of these. Nope, Sainty will play it safe.
No, Sainty will stick behind Heiko until the end of the start-finish straight, and that is when he'll do his dive.
Let's see if we go. Here we go. Bad exit from Sainty, but I don't think Heiko had the bad exit either. It's almost inside goes Heiko. LPTV are having to make way. Here comes Sainty as well. They're almost 3 wide.
Oh, Sainty just getting squished out.
Oh, LPTV are almost in the barriers here at the S sections. And Heiko takes advantage of that. P2 for him and Sainty as well. P3 for Sainty.
That is very unfortunate for TVR, but very fortunate for Sainty and Heiko.
Epic and Alan. Epic and Alan. Alan is looking for a way around him. Around the outside he goes. But Epic goes on the inside.
Toast.
Locks it down. Can Alan get the power down? Not quite.
Come on, Toast.
You could say that attempt. Actually, no, I was about to make a pun, unfortunately, but it didn't work out. Let's get back to racing. They're 3 wide, almost in that chicane. Here comes Sainty with the dive bomb around the outside, goes in the grass. Heiko and TVR get that position back. And Sainty getting called by Epic and Alan as well now. It's a genuine scramble in the midfield. Heiko and TVR scrambling now out for P2 in this race. But can Sainty make quick work of them perhaps and catch up once more? There's still enough time in this race for that to happen. Sainty going a little bit off there, compromised exit. Here come Epic and Alan going to make quick work of Sainty. Take advantage perhaps. Here comes Epic. Goes around the outside even. Jeez Louise. And Alan on the inside. He just leaves him standing.
That is, that's some driving. Come on, Toast!
But now Toast needs to get by Sainty as quick as possible in order to keep up with Epic, because this is a amount of lost time he's losing, but even Haseo might be making that a more difficult matter than it already is.
I'm gonna drop down to Toast. I want to see the little slice of bread in action.
Sainty must be kicking himself for allowing this to happen. But what's going on all the way down for P11 still? Oh, here comes Emerald around the inside of Tonic. Quick work made by Emerald. P11 for Emerald. Oh no, wait, that's Sainty going in the gravel as well. So Alan Toast goes into P5. Sainty's race is going from a bad day to an absolute nightmare.
Oh no.
So now all Alan has to do is make up lost ground and get back to Epic and see if he can make an argument stick that couldn't be decided last race. While Sonic and Emerald still have a bit of a quarrel to settle, Emerald meanwhile is making sure his frustration gets exploited on some content as
Let's have a look,
No,
shall
I've
we?
been disconnected from a session. That's what happens.
Yeah, Haseo and Crow actually having a little jostle as Haseo is trying to inch his way back. Do you need an invite, buddy?
Give me a second. I got this covered.
Okay, well, whilst this is happening, Crow is being chased by Aaron McGrath. Now, Crow not having the same pace as before. They're trying to catch Toast. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I want Toast to absolutely stay in front of the Crows to the end. That is my fanboy in me for Mr. Toast. Well, there's a battle happening up in second as TVR is trying to hold off Heiko.
Alright, I got my footage back. Let's keep going back to the action. Let's see if there's a battle going on, and I think we do have a bit of a split going on here for P4. Crow and Aaron finding it out for P3 even. And Haseo found himself in P5. What is going on here?
I have no idea.
Meanwhile, Saint even is in 6th. What? But don't even have a pit stop. What's going on with these positions?
I don't know what's going on with these positions, but it's spicy to watch. As Epic and Toast are closing up again.
Am I reading this correctly? Is Alan Toast in seconds?
No.
Yeah, then it's on my no. Okay, then it's my game. Unfortunately, doing Forza things. Oh no. Okay, it's updated now. Okay, it's updated now. It's P4. Now Alan's P5, I believe. Is that correct? Is he P5?
Yes.
Okay.
He's P5.
Then my footage is synced. Perfect.
I was going to say he's good, but he's not that good.
And in the meantime, the field is now starting to slightly spread out, not really losing touch with each other though. We're currently hoping for a couple of battles to happen in the final 8 laps of this series, and then it's all over, done and dusted until the next series. Unfortunately, we cannot tell when or what it will be, but the next series has already been selected.
That is true, actually. That is very true indeed.
However, we are under NDA currently to not tell what it is and when it will start. So please keep an eye out on our social media channels. I believe that's FTC Central on Twitter for any news regarding our next Friday series. As I believe that's Aaron going wide in the past section of the chicane here, and Stacey looking for a little bit of a gain moment there, and looking for a way past him. I think he's even going to make the move stick. Here's Faseo slightly tapping the final corner. It's Wall.
Oh, Haseo certainly not having a good race, but let's go back to Aaron McGrath and Sainty Boy.
Yeah, Sainty looking for any kind of redemption during this race, considering a lot has happened for him. More and even more things might be looking on the horizon, but he's not thinking about that right now, as he's looking for a way past Aaron McGrath in the BAR painted Aston Martin DBR9. Oh, I love saying that. Here's actually a fun little fact about BAR. Back in 2006, I believe it was, during Christmas, I got my PlayStation 2 with Formula 1 2006. The very first car I ever drove on that game was the BAR Honda F1 car from Jensen Button. I still remember that. Silverstone, like 5-ish, 8-ish laps with the BAR Honda. I really sucked at the game at the time, as Aaron goes forced off the field. Here's Sainty, and here's a Sale looking for a quick, I guess you could say, cheese moment.
That is very much a cheese moment, but...
Oh, there's someone stopped on track. Is it TVR? Yeah, TVR was stopped on track, and his race is compromised.
Phoenix currently trying to chase down Sainty Boy for 9th position.
So with quick update on that incident. So with that meaning that Heiko is currently P2. I believe that could be his highest finish for an FTC race yet if he manages to make it stick. Meanwhile, TVR is looking for a way past Crow and might as well.
And Haseo goes off, dropping all the way down to 10th.
Oh, here we go, side by side between Phoenix and Sainty. 2 members of FTC and their DBR9s. Here comes Max, or Phoenix rather, going down the chicane. Sainty having to give way, and Aaron McGrath getting caught by him as well. As we have someone else stopped on the track again. That's not really a good moment for that. It's a TVR. No, it's a red car. I believe it's that Alan Toasts. It is Alan Toasts. As the TVR goes wide again.
TVR does go very wide as Toast is having a good old fight.
And here comes Senior on the inside of Max or Phoenix again. Why am I mispronouncing it? But has to back out.
Oh, poor little Toast.
He was doing really good. In fact, dare I say, I might even nominate him for Driver of the Day once this race finishes.
Yeah, he was already going to be my Driver of the Day, Ephes.
I suppose it's only a formality now. Footage just got out a little bit, but am I? Yep.
Have you got disconnected again, good buddy?
For the third time tonight.
For the third time? When was the second time?
Only like, what, 5 minutes ago?
Oh, as Phoenix is trying on Aaron McGrath now. Group of 4 little cars having a good old scrap. Phoenix being chased down. Sorry, McGrath being chased down by Phoenix, TVR, and Sainty. Toaster's dropped all the way down to 10th. No, Toast. Oh, never mind. 9th. Haseo fucked up.
Now let's hope I get, okay, 4 more laps. Please do not disconnect anymore, game. That would be very much appreciated. As TVR goes round the outside of Phoenix here, but there's Fluor's caught in Forza gluing. TVR having to step back, but here he comes around the outside of Phoenix again and holds it down. Not quite. Here comes Phoenix round with more power on the ground. It's not really good grammar, I suppose. And meanwhile, we have Epic here in P3 currently. Only, what is it, 3 more laps to go? That could be another podium for Epic. Meanwhile, TVR just overtook Phoenix once more for P6. Could just call that on the ticker. And it's dropping back to 10th, also on the ticker noticed.
TVR getting on the grass again, not being able to keep it clean as Sainty's now under pressure from Phoenix.
Oh, I think TVR is really getting a little bit impatient with Aaron there. But time is most definitely running out. Just 2 more laps to go for our race leader, who, to our no surprise really, Crow just got past Epic in a crucial time as well.
Well done, Crow.
But then Epic is back into 3rd, so I'm not really sure what happened there.
Crow obviously losing time and grit, because grit will start to fade now, and so will concentration levels as it's getting close to the end, which means things are only going to get dicier, my friend.
Yep, just 2 more laps, so aggression, opportunism, and yep, when I say that, here we go. Here comes TVR around the outside of Aaron McGrath. P5 for TVR.
Come on, Epic. Think of the glory. Think of the position.
Anyway, our race leader Shrek is currently on his final lap of the race and the series. Closely, well, not so closely, I would say, is Heiko in P2, with Epic currently holding down P3, but we might not be that sure if he can secure that podium, because here comes Crow. He's on hot pursuit. The pigeon may strike one more time this series. But if he wants to strike, he better does it now, because he's running out of time. 1 more lap for the both of them. Crow is getting very feisty around the outside almost. They're making contact and gluing together, but Epic holds down. Crow, his race was compromised at that moment there, and may have to say goodbye to P3.
Come on, Epic. You've only got half a lap, bud.
Here we go. Back straight for Epic right now. He's way too far ahead in lead for Crow to be a factor. Almost 1 second down for Crow. I don't think he's going to do it.
Shrek has secured first. Heiko has secured second. Third place is all.
What is Shrek doing?
On, Crow, Shrek is being Shrek.
Okay, then. Meanwhile, Epic is gonna hold off Crow successfully. P3 for Epic.
As Crow crosses the finish line. Backwards,
Meantime, oh, here we go.
sideways.
Phoenix to City going for the final corner. P7 for Phoenix right now. On the, because they go both in the wall.
Oh my god.
Phoenix is taking the opportunity at P7 rim, and Sadie goes P8.
Toast 9th, Tonic 10th, Haseo 11th, and that leaves Infernus to trundle round his way
And
to the finish
that's
of
the
not
end.
only the last race of the night, but the last race of the series.
Yep, that is unfortunately a wrap as Infernus takes a bit of a sightseeing tour, I guess.
It's been a great series. It's been a great night. So, Ephes, I think it goes without saying.
Yeah, it's only a formality at this point.
Are we going to agree?
Yeah, we both know what we wanted. We both said Alan Toast, so just get over with
Alan
it.
Toast is our driver of the day here at FTC. Now, you will probably, but no, not certainly, probably see Haseo streaming on Sunday with the FTC Drivers Academy, where we take the young drivers, guys and girls of all ages, teaching them how to become faster, or for some of the older gentlemen to sharpen some of their skills. So, and then after that, we will be back with JTC 300 on Tuesday series. Thursday, we will be back with the fabulous Phil and Dave. Phil will be off his holiday. Dave will be angry at him that he didn't get invited on the holiday. And I'll most likely be there to laugh at the pair of them. But until then, thank you all so very much for watching. It has been an utter pleasure. Ephes, thank you for joining me as well,
It's
bud.
been a pleasure, as usual. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again for commentary for next race, Tuesday, JGTC 300. I believe round 4 now. Be there, be square, and most importantly, bring me some waffles.
If you woke up on Tuesday to like 360 waffles, how concerned would you be?
You know, not that much. I wouldn't be super concerned, I guess.
I'd ask you to send me half of them.
No.
Anyway.
No, Metal, you
Fucking
will not
rude.
have the waffles.
Fucking rude. I'm gonna get my boy Toast to hook me up with some proper breakfast.
No, you will not
Anyway.
have the toasts.
Be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Have a good night. Have a fantastic weekend. Peace.